Hi guys, this is the Glenrosa house. It's a nice neighborhood. I did check the cabinets out already just to make sure they look like they were done, and they were definitely done professionally. And what's important is they've been there a number of years, and there's none of the paint is wearing off, so that means they used a good quality paint, because that's more important than how well it's done, is whether they use the right material. When you're doing cabinets, it's got to be a good hard acrylic paint or it's not going to last. And the exterior paint looks good. It's not freshly painted, but I don't see any fading, just a little bird droppings, but other than that it looks in good shape. We'll check to see how the back looks, since that's the one that faces west. And you've got a hallway that goes all the way around the house, so I'm just going to go ahead and head this way first. Laundry room. And that is what the original cabinets look like in the kitchen. Now they're white. Okay. This is your 2-car. Definitely plenty long enough for your truck. These are typically 8 to 10 feet slabs. So we have 3 of them. So that's plenty deep enough. And you do have the door going off to the back, which is nice, or the side, I should say. You have a loop for soft water. Just about every home that we've looked at had a loop. And gas. Oh, that's no problem, no problem. I'll be coming out. This is an open house today, so there's going to be people walking around.
Thank you.
First bedroom. And this is it's as wide as a queen bed. I can't quite tell if it is a queen bed, but because the frame goes over the sides, it's as big. And you can see there's enough room for a dresser on both sides. However, there's no room for a dresser here, so it's a little narrow and long. I'd say it's probably a little over 10 feet wide, and then the length is more like 12 or 13. And we have the double closet here. It does not use so it's just the width of the doors. So it's longer than it is wide. And the floors, the carpets are a little lighter than they look in the pictures. And I would say the floors should give you a good representation. They're not as dark as the pictures, but not as light as they were in the previous listing. So it just depends on how the camera flashes. And again, this hallway runs from the front door, coming this way. And it goes around, and to the right, you can go back into the kitchen great room area. Second bedroom. This is more squared off. It's a decent sized room. Not huge, but first bedroom, it's a good size. A queen bed and dresser and nightstands will fit in here easy. And again, just a regular 2-door closet. You have a hall bath. Does have double sinks. Looks like that just needs to be cleaned. And it has the curved shower bar instead of doors. And this is just a typical cultured marble surround and a regular size tub with a little window above. Toilet. I'm just going to go into the master. This is just the cultured marble again. Same thing. And I like this cultured marble personally because it's just white. It doesn't have the swirls in it. That's just my preference though. It's a clean. Needs to be cleaned, but it's not stained or anything. Closet. Good size closet. As it goes. I'm going to step in here so you can see the floor, get an idea of how it's arranged. So it kind of goes around the corner a little bit there. Little niche. Okay. And again, these are what the cabinets in the kitchen were before they painted them. And then we just have a water closet here. And here again, you can see the carpets are a lot lighter than they look. They almost look brown in the pictures, but they're not. They're much lighter in person. And this is a decent size master. This is a king bed. And there's plenty of room on either side beside the nightstands. There's also even room if you wanted to put a dresser along this wall to the left.
They were divorcees that got married and had a amicable divorce.
And as you can see, there's quite a bit of room from the foot of the bed to the dresser. Now this is the house that's facing west, and this is the master bedroom facing west. So we'll have to kind of take a look outside and see where the trees are positioned, see if you can get any shade from that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to come to the right here. It's the front entry. So there's a good size double door den here. A lot of light in this room, so for an office, it'll stay well lit. This looks like it could be a formal dining room.
I have all the inspections.
Good size room.
Fire and give us, if I want to look at it. She's updating this, just looking now.
I was gonna say, who isn't? Besides my brother-in-law and his wife, they're quite annoying, non-sport people.
I think my wife's gonna kill me because she does photography on the side. She has a studio.
Looks like they're pre-wired for surround sound.
Girl she shot Friday.
So you got the
A couple yesterday and had another girl today. So she
jacks.
got hours of editing.
And I don't know if you're noticing, obviously we've got plantation shutters pretty much throughout the house. Granite counters.
Valley is literally getting behind. I love to see it. Gives you a bunch of fair other things.
And as you can see, they've got a nice sheen on the paint. They did a nice job, nice finish. It was definitely professionally done. Does a fridge convey?
The fridge is on
Fridge conveys. And pantry. A little bit deeper. Nice tile backsplash. Kind of fits really nicely with the new color of the cabinets. And here's another great view of the sheen they've got on the cabinets. It's a nice even texture. There's no overspray marks. They did a really good job on the cabinets. And like I said, there's no wear spots where cheap paint will wear off in no time. And this has been here for at least 5 years if I can remember. So it's done right. It's a nice oven. Stainless steel inside. And you notice they have a microwave on the countertop because they replaced this microwave with a professional vent hood. Eating kitchen. This is actually big enough for a larger table, but it's a nice space. The walls are all nicely painted. It couldn't have been too long ago that they were done. Okay. It's an okay sized patio, not huge. They really should have cleaned up back here. Just a lot of leaves from the trees dropping, but other than that, it's okay. Got speakers out here. Those should convey, but we'll have to double check. And they have the stamped concrete. It looks in good shape. I don't see any peeling or flaking. I do see just one little spot on the PebbleTech right here, and a few over here. Looks like they've already tried to repair that. Needs to be done again. This is just cosmetic. It shouldn't be a issue with the actual pool, but we would of course look into that closer if you decided to go for this house. Other than that, I mean, the pool's in good shape. The PebbleTech looks good. I don't see any cracks or anything going on. Just a little, it's dirty. The yard itself it needs to be cleaned up.
We had a dust storm last night.
Oh, Deborah just reminded me we had a huge dust storm last night. In fact, they had warnings coming off on our phone, so that's probably why this is so messy. But the trees they have and the plants, those palms are the ones that don't grow super high or super fast, so they'll look nice for a long time. The one over there by itself does grow. That one's going to get big. the one closest to the waterfall there. You don't have a lot of screening for the sun on these windows for the master. That's the master right there.
And they do have sunshade.
I suppose this tree will eventually fill in and kind of help block, but I would almost think you're going to have to put something on that window if you want to keep that heat out in the evenings. Yeah, they already know. Yeah, there's the sunshades. And over on this side is where the dogs could go. I haven't looked at it yet. It's kind of a perfect spot for them as far as just for the dogs to do their business. The only difficult part, except for maybe I believe this is the den right here. A doggy door coming off the den might be perfect. You could even put a little gate over here to keep them from running around on the hot concrete. Make a little dog run. So that's it. The house is clean. It needs to be clean, but when I say clean, I mean it doesn't need to be repainted on the inside. It all looks good. The exterior, the paint looks good. It's not brand new, but it's not fading and blotching. There's no touch-ups anywhere. Overall, it's in decent shape. And the only thing that really looks like it needs any attention is the touch-up on the cool decking here. Have somebody fill the crack. They'll chisel that out a little bit to give room for a bond to make, so it can take bond, and then resurface it. It doesn't have to be done, it's cosmetic. I do have a spot right here I just noticed where the concrete coping needs to be fixed. But again, these are all maintenance items. Even that's cosmetic, it's not hurting the water line. All right, so I'll get this over to you shortly and let me know what you think.